Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. Tonight, let's explore a category of history that some historians ignore because, frankly, it seems to fit more into the realm of science. That category is natural history. Tonight, let's enter the world of natural history and take a journey down one of America's most famous rivers. This stream runs down the center of the United States like a giant vein, and many consider it to be the country's dividing line between East and West. Let's explore the history of the Mississippi River. Many secular historians claim the river's history spans millions or even billions of years of evolution, but we know, as with all created things, that the Mississippi River was born out of the miraculous creation of God in Genesis chapter 1. Now, in the pre-colonial era in America, it would have been crucial to the survival of native tribes, providing millions of gallons of water every year and fertile land for crops to grow. The river flows north to south, beginning in Minnesota and traveling through Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and finally Louisiana, before emptying into the Gulf of Mexico. After European colonists arrived in the New World in the 16th century and beyond, the river would become an important territorial marker for the nations and states that would border it. At various times throughout the colonial era, Britain, France, and Spain each owned a piece of the territories surrounding the river until the year 1803. In 1803, the young United States of America pulled off one of the most lucrative deals of all time with the famous Louisiana Purchase. The country spent a mere $15 million to more than double its size. And a huge draw for the land gained in the purchase was the addition of the entire regions surrounding the Mississippi River. The river has remained in U.S. hands ever since the American victory over Britain in the War of 1812. Throughout the 19th century, it would be a vital water source as the United States expanded westward and eventually reached the Pacific Ocean. The mighty Mississippi continues to flow to this day, and it has taken on a legendary life of its own in popular culture. This is due in part to the beloved tales of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn and their adventures on the Mississippi, written by the famous American author Samuel Clemens under the pen name of Mark Twain. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.